Last year, a heist straight out of the Hollywood movie went down at Canada's Pearson International Airport.
Canada's biggest airport was the scene of a multi-million-dollar heist of gold and other valuables.
So the loot was actually inside a cargo container and it vanished shortly after it was unloaded from a plane.
This is something out of a movie.
This story is a sensational one, and one which probably, we jokingly say, belongs in a Netflix series or something greater than that.
Imagine this, a 400 kg shipment of gold for staggering 20 million vanishes without a trace. And now, India has been blamed as a possible market for this gold. Yes, you heard it correctly. Canadian authorities claim that this gold came to India. This is an unbelievable story of a Project 24 Karat. Our story begins with some incredibly clever thieves who had a master plan. With the help of few airline employees and some forged documents, they walked right into the Air Canada cargo terminal and made off with the entire consignment. By the time authorities realized what happened, the gold was long gone. Despite several arrests, the gold remains missing, and tracking it down is proving to be nearly impossible. Why? Because smuggled gold bars and coins often get melted down, erasing any identifying marks. Now, investigators believe some of this stolen gold has made its way to India. But why India, you ask? Let's dive into it.
Gold, gold, gold. I worship it. I love it.
India has a deep love affair with gold. It's an essential part of wedding, celebration and festival. With an average annual demand of about 8 lakh kg, the country's passion for gold is unmatched. 11% of the world gold is possessed by Indian households, according to the report published by the Oxford Gold Group. Roughly 25,000 tons or 2 crores 26 lakh 79,618 kg of gold are thought to be owned by Indian homes. This is more gold than the reserve of the US, Switzerland, Germany and IMF combined. In comparison, RBI holds just 3% of the total gold in India, and our temples have over 16%, which is almost worth rupees 16 lakh crores. But here's a catch. India produces only a little over 1000 kg of gold each year from its Hooty gold mines. So to meet this huge demand, India imports a massive amount of gold, and this is where the plot thickens. Importing such vast quantities of gold put pressure on current account deficit. To manage this, the government adjusts the import duty on gold. But this move backfires. Higher duties make smuggling gold more profitable because the demand never fades. Smugglers use clever tactics like exploiting special economic zones or SEZ. SEZ offer exemptions from custom duties and taxes, making them a perfect loophole. Here's how it works. First, smugglers over-report the amount of gold they bring into the SEZ. For example, if they are actually importing 5 kg of gold, they declare it as a 20 kg. But wait a second. Why would someone declare more gold than they actually bring in? Because this allows them to trade a higher amount of gold duty-free. Authorities are less likely to question shipment weight when it's mixed with imitation jewelry and other metals alongside the real gold. Once the gold is inside the SEZ, smugglers pretend to export the declared amount. Here's a trick. A SEZ company dealing in gold arranges for a passenger A to carry jewelry in their hand luggage. Apparently for exports, passenger A might be traveling abroad via connecting domestic flight. Simultaneously, passenger B with a bag full of imitation jewelry boards a different domestic flight from the same airport. Both passengers pass the security checks and then swap the contents of their bag in scheduled spot like washroom. This results in a passenger A carrying the imitation jewelry abroad, while the actual gold exits the SEZ and enters into the domestic market through loopholes. This scheme often involves corrupt officials who turn blind eye for a bribe, allowing smuggled gold to seamlessly blend into the legal market. There is no trace of this transaction because the illegal gold traded is often backed by hawala, an off-the-book and off-banking money transfer system that leaves no paper trail. India's extensive coastline and borders with several countries make it challenging to monitor every entry point. Smugglers exploit these vulnerabilities to bring gold illegally. Coastal states like Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu and Kerala are hotspots for gold smuggling. In FY 2023, authorities confiscated 3,500 kg of smuggled gold, But in FY24, that number shot up by 30%. The root cause? Increased import duties and rising gold prices due to global events like Russia-Ukraine war. During the times of economic uncertainty, investors turn to gold, pushing the prices even higher. This dilemma over import duties creates a playground for smugglers. So what's the best way to crack down on gold smuggling? Authorities need to step up their game with smart strategies. This includes advanced passenger profiling, risk-based check, and thorough inspections. But there's another layer to this story. India sits on a gold mine, literally. Over 95% of country's mineral wealth remains untapped, while countries like Australia have explored more than 90% of their land for minerals. India has only explored 10%. The mining sector contributes a mere 2.5% of India's GDP compared to Australia's 14.3%. Who is to blame for this missed opportunity? The government. With its license wars and micromanagement by inefficient bureaucracy. Mining is a high-risk business, needing policies to attract investment. But India's policies drive away the potential investors. India's private sector has talent and resources to explore these minerals at zero cost to taxpayers. Ultra-wealthy Indians with a high-risk appetite could be allowed to invest in minerals exploration. But why would any investor waste time discovering resources if the government decides whether they can produce them or not? The 2015 shift to auction-based mining licenses was a misstep. While auctions appear transparent, they are unstable for a deep-seated minerals. This system has stalled foreign investment and new technologies from entering India. Take Panthera Resources for instance. They have been exploring the Bhukia gold area since 2005, but they have faced repeated rejections for prospecting licenses. Now they are heading to international arbitration, claiming their investment were exploited by India. This case highlights the risk investors face in India in mining sector. India once thrived in gold mining, like Kolera gold fields, which produced over 800 tons of gold before closing in 2001. With potential reserve in places like Bhukia estimated up to 550 tons, India could replicate such success if it embraced policy changes. And it's not just gold. India's diamond potential is enormous too. Places like Bundair have millions of carats of diamond deposit, but bureaucratic delays have driven away firms like Rio Tinto. Despite its vast potential, India continues to self-destruct with policies that drive talent and investment away. The solution is simple. Let private sector innovation lead the way, with the government stepping back to regulatory role. Only then can India unlock its true mineral wealth. Thanks for watching. If you found this story intriguing, hit the like button and subscribe MBA Fight for more such captivating stories from around the world. See you soon.